Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is the Meg. So we have 4 rounds for time, 25 sit-ups, 10 deadlifts, 5 burpee bar jump overs, 10 slam balls, and 25 kettlebell swings. So we're gonna go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can go ahead and get started. All right, so the first movement is going to be our sit-ups. So we're gonna get in a nice good sit-up position. Bring our hands back, come up, touch those toes. You want to make sure that you're coming all the way up. Modifications to the knees, to the shins, crunches. We want to at least get to the shins on the crunches. And if nothing else, you can do some leg raises. The whole time you want to be really embracing that core, squeezing it, feeling the movement. Next movement is going to be our deadlifts. So with the deadlifts, if you have a barbell, pick a weight that you can preferably do 10 non-stop reps. You can, of course, during the workout, rest between reps, but something that is in the weight class that you could get all 10, at least for the first round. Okay, so when we set up for a deadlift with the barbell, we want to be close. Hey, can you stop squeaking that? So we want to be close to the barbell. We're gonna set up, our hands are gonna be about a thumb width away from the smooth part here. And we're gonna do a reverse grip with one hand. So this palm is gonna be facing out, the other one's gonna be facing in. And we're gonna be slightly over the barbell. Our knees are gonna be pulled back. We don't wanna be completely over the barbell when we start. And our butt always wants to be above that knee. So we never want to be dropping below or even with that knee. It always should be up above that knee. So we really want to embrace that core. Make sure you're squeezing that tight. You want to pull those shoulders back, squeeze them back, and keep that back nice and flat that whole time. So again, one palm out, one palm in. We're going to bring our chest up. And we're gonna drive with our chest upward, and we're gonna, as we're doing that, we're gonna bring the barbell up over our knees, stand up, and then when we come down, we're gonna get past the knees before we bend them any further. The barbell should be in touch with your leg the whole time. You don't wanna be hanging that barbell out. That's going to make a lot of stress on that back, especially that lower back. And it's just gonna be able to use your leg strength more to bring the barbell up, because this is not a shoulder workout. This is more for your legs and glutes. So again, we're gonna come up nice and close and tight. Now when we come up to the top, let's make sure we're not leaning. We don't need to lean back. That's gonna create more pressure in that lower back, which we don't want. So we wanna keep a nice neutral back and just stand up straight, no leaning back. You shouldn't be up forward. To get that complete rep, it's going to be lock out with those hips, straight up, no lean. So I can show you again sideways here, just so you can see both angles. So again, we're gonna set up, my back is tight, my shoulders are back, my chest is up. I'm gonna drive upward, stand up, come back down. So that is the deadlift with the dumbbell. If you don't have a dumbbell, don't panic. You can, I said dumbbell, barbell, don't panic. You can use a dumbbell. This is a dumbbell. So again, you're gonna come up straight. It's the same movement, just with the dumbbell, or you can use a kettlebell as well. same movement, keep that back nice and flat, come all the way down and come all the way up. So the next is our burpee bar jumps. So it's what it sounds like. You're gonna do a burpee and then jump over the bar. So there's two ways we can do this. We can do it facing the bar, come down, jump over, or a quicker way to do it would be being parallel with the bar. And again, when we come down for the burpee, we want to bring our hands down, kick out those legs, drop down to our chest, push up, back up, and then over. You want to try, Max? No, you don't. So that is the burpee bar jump. So burpee first, jump over the bar, that's one rep. Modifications, no push up, just come down, come up, jump over, jump over. With the barbell, when you're doing burpee bar jumps, we always encourage you to come all the way up for a burpee and end with that jump. For this, you don't actually have to come all the way up. You can stay down. And if you're really trying to get that time good, that's what I suggest you do. You kind of stay low. It will just cut off a little bit of time when you're going back and forth. You can also do burpee walkouts. So walk out with or without the push-up, jump over, walk out, jump over. Okay, so moving right along, slam balls. So with the slam ball, if you want to be more efficient and quicker, essentially when you're slamming the ball down, it's going to bounce a little bit and you want to catch it on the bounce. Let's see how much of a bounce I can get. So when you come down, you're gonna grab the, we'll come over here first. You're gonna grab the slam ball with two hands. You're gonna keep that chest up just like that deadlift, back straight, but you're gonna come down with your knees into a squat and you're gonna lift all the way up overhead and then slam the ball down. And as you slam down, you want to follow that down with the ball. So you kind of almost want to beat the ball down to the ground. So that is the slam ball. Now, if you're kind of near the slam ball and you just want to take one at a time, that's fine too. And if you don't have a slam ball, you can kind of do a two-handed dumbbell pull down. Or you can do plates, so overhead, so you can just take one of your plates. You're gonna tap one end to the ground, chest up, back straight, twist, push all the way overhead, come back down. So those are the modifications. Next, our lovely kettlebell swing. So again, we'll go over this real quick before picking it up. We want our hips, feet to be about hip width apart, maybe just slightly wider. Our toes slightly pointed outward. We want our back to always remain straight and flat. If you start arching, you're gonna really put that pressure on that lower back, which we don't want. there's a theme here. I keep mentioning our lower back. That's where people hurt themselves the most when they have terrible form. So we want to avoid that. So when we come back, we want to hit the outside of our wrist, the inside of our thigh. That's as far back as we want to go. If we're hitting anywhere above that wrist, we are probably squatting or we're leaning way too far into the swing. So this is going to bring us a nice position back where we can keep our back straight. We want to let our hips out and our hips go back. So we're bringing those hips back, those hands back, back tight and straight. And then you're going to thrust up with those hips. And the more you thrust up with those hips, the higher the kettlebell is going to go. This is not a lift with your hands. This is all in your glutes and legs and hips. That's where the energy is going to come from, the power, the fuerza. So let me demonstrate with the kettlebell. We're only going to come up to about our eye height. So you notice I'm not squatting, I'm not leaning all the way over, I'm keeping my chest up, I'm looking forward, and I'm bringing the kettlebell about here. And I'm using that hip drive to get it up. So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, and it's the same movement. So the modifications are different weights. So if you need to go lower weight or you want to try a higher weight, that's your choices here. So that is the Meg, and good luck.